So, what kind of ideas do you have?
Why you say it like that? I don't know. See, we wanted to do something comedic first, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, well, there's the basis right there.
Comedic?
Comedic. Comedy.
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 Comedic.
Comedic.
Comedy.
Sarcasm.
No, I've got a sarcasm. I've had a couple of ideas, nothing too great.
Such as?
Well, they require a lot of development, but...
Well, of course it's going to require a lot of development. Everything requires a lot of development.
I think I got this off of South Park. I think I ripped it off South Park. But there's a whole idea of Pink Eye being like a zombie thing.
Yes. Yeah, it is
South
off of South Park.
Okay, and then what about if it's like the scientists and everything have said, it's the last day of the world. The end of the world is today. Some bullshit reason will mix them up.
High fives cause cancer.
Yeah, something like that. So it's like the end of the world, and everybody does what they want for the end of the world, and like say that there's like some friends or whatever, and like throughout the entire thing you see like people doing weird stuff in the background just because the end of the world, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And then like I don't know, maybe one of the guys has this list of things he wanted to do before he died, but they're like stupid as hell. They're not like, oh, I want to get laid, I want to drive a sports car, I want to have $1 million. It's like, I want to chug a gallon of Kool-Aid. Something ridiculous. And then, that kind of stuff. And that's about all I have for ideas so far. I mean, we could always do something about, chips. And how they're good for you. Because they taste good. Because they're barbecue. Or not.
That's total advertisement. We don't do advertisements in our movies.
I think it's sad when people bow down to advertisers.
You saw that too. That J video? Have you seen that one?
I was talking about Wayne's World.
Oh, you should go to J video. They do that. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Later. Getting more ideas. Or we could just make a movie that's just two people talking.
That's kind of boring though.
It is kind of boring. But I mean, essentially, isn't that all that Clerks 2 was? Or Clerks 1?
I guess.
Clerks 1 was just two people talking in a convenience store the entire time. With a couple of guys outside and that chick that bones that dead guy. I mean, what about a kid, like a teenager, who gets in a car crash or something, and he has brain damage or whatever? Not like brain damage, but like, sometimes people have that thing where they can't remember stuff.
Amnesia?
Yeah. And so, like, okay, you know how on, like, that movie Kicking It Old School, how he's, like, gets into a coma? Like, I haven't seen it yet, but you haven't seen the trailers for it? He gets in a coma, and then he wakes up, and he's, like, 30, and he's got the mind of a 10-year-old. What about if it's, like, a teenager who gets in a car wreck or something and messes with his mind, and he thinks he's, like, 80? So he's, like, hobbling around and asks people to change his diapers, and he can't hear, only he really can. He's capable of all these things. He's just, mentally, he doesn't think so.
I like that idea. Actually, quite a bit. We can always do a spoof. Spoofs are always wonderful.
It's the taste of the new generation. What?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, spoofs.
Spoof.
Spoof of what?
I don't know. What's a popular movie?
Pirates.
I do have a pirate's outfit at my house.
Huh? Pirates of the...
Grand Junction. Of the two junction rivers. No, because then we'd have to have access to the river.
Yeah.
That would suck.
What if it's just like urban pirates? Type thing where it's like
No,
only on
well,
streets?
someone's already done that though. It's called Bus Pirates.
Oh. Bus pirates.
I think it's funny. I love that.
I'll ask somebody online.
Okay.
We'll ask one of our people online. Let's see. I bet you she's gonna say, I don't know. She thinks. Okay, we're gonna ask my friend Steven. Here we go.
Oh God, Steven.
What's a good idea for a movie? He'll probably say something like a snuff film or something.
Something with porn. Lots of porn.
Allison says she doesn't know the movie's playing right now, and I say, no, we're making a movie.
I see that.
Oh. Did you zoom in?
Yeah.
Who else?
Steven's gay. God,
Do a movie
that's
like
where we
Shaun of the Dead.
started. That's where we started.
So far we've got...
End of the world.
End of the world.
Not your damn snacks.
I gotta have my snacks. Pringles make me sick.
You're such a conformist.
Huh?
Eating Pringles and Pepsi.
They're not Pringles, they're Lay's.
Or Lay's and
stacks.
Pepsi. There we go. That's what I was thinking of.
They're good. I'm a lazy teenager. Leave me alone.
You're a conformist.
I'm not a
teenager.
conformist.
Conformist. That is the face of a conformist. Pepsi and Lay's. You know, Lay's is the only monopoly company. It's chips.
Doritos.
What is Doritos? Doritos, Fritos, Cheetos, Lay's. Dumbass. Look it up. And guess who's partners with Lay's? Pepsi. That's gay.
I'm sorry. I'll eat pork rinds from now on.
Okay. We can always do a movie from a game.
Like parodying a game. Like that video on YouTube about Link and he's sitting in a bar complaining to Mario about how Zelda's a pain in the ass. Well, we could do something like that. What kind of game?
A game we both like.
Like what?
I don't know what's a game you like. No Halo, because everyone does a Halo remake.
And plus you have to make a suit.
No Zelda, no Mario. Those are all remakes.
See what happens.
Kingdom Hearts.
I'm not doing a Kingdom Hearts today. Especially because I've never played Kingdom Hearts. I don't have anything right now that I can think of.
Wow, we're drained after 2.
Okay, what about, okay, you know how a lot of people in this town, Grand Junction, they think this is like some crap-ass town, nothing ever goes on here, no one ever comes here, and it's the middle of nowhere, which really isn't 100% true, but what if we make a movie about like a band or something that comes here, like they're coming through, they're not actually going to stop because this is a crap-ass town, right? And their bus breaks down or something, and so they're stuck here. And they have to, like, evade people. No, that requires a lot more people.
So I'd like the Grand Junction idea.
What?
Involving Grand Junction.
Well, yeah.
Grand Junction, the movie. I think actually someone's making that.
Huh. Grand Theft Auto Grand Junction.
There's a undermined gold city underneath Grand Junction. Like Atlantis, but gold.
Hey, we find it, we can get rich. Unless it's already been found.
Desperate Housewives, Grand Junction. Your mom. My friend Chris made a movie.
Well,
Ninjas. Called Urban Ninjas. You should look it up on YouTube.
I'm sure it's funny.
It is. Because it's him sitting in his chair at his house and his friend coming up to the door and it's all epic. Then he rings the doorbell but it sounds like a knocking. And he answers the door, it's like, hey, hey, and then it's credits. Credits are like 3/4 of the movie. It's pretty funny.